By default, when displaying the field of view cone for a detector, HazMap3D shows the entire field of view cone. This is helpful sometimes, but it can also be a little bit misleading because we can see it's showing us the field of view cone on the other side of this cylinder or this column. But we know that the detector is not really going to be able to provide coverage back here because the column is blocking the detector's field of view. An option that HazMap3D gives us is to check this Show Obstructed Cone box. When I check that and apply it, we can see that the computer is now subtracting out the parts of the cone where the detector is going to have a blocked field of view, which means we can also see where it's not going to be able to see anything in this wedge because it's on the back side of this post. And we can also see the impact over here from this row of columns. This can also be rather useful sometimes when you're trying to figure out or do a little bit of troubleshooting on your coverage. For instance, I did an assessment earlier. And I have two detectors in this assessment, as you can see, but I'm only getting 1 out of n coverage. I'm not getting 2 out of n coverage anywhere. And I can see that this detector is working fine, so that raises the question, what's wrong with detector number 2? And so I pull up detector number 2 and say Show Obstructed Cone, and my cone goes away completely. This is a sure sign that I have a problem. And if I investigate a little bit closer, I'm going to be able to see that when I changed the elevation of this detector earlier, I accidentally put it inside of this column or inside of this post. So at that point, I can know just to drop this down about 1 meter. And now that I'm no longer embedded inside that post, now as I check Show Obstructed Cone, I'm once again seeing a very present cone with just obstructions from the posts. And when I run the assessment again, remembering to turn back on detector number 1, I actually see 2 out of n coverage. And I can see that cross-hatching impact of the post blocking the field of view from the different detectors.